What's your name?
I don't have to give you my name.
What is your name?
I don't have to give you my name.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a public servant. Write your information down.
Would you like to go obtain a copy of the general orders at the sheriff's office? I'm not required to give you.
I don't have to do anything. You work for me. I don't work for you.
Get it recorded right there.
Okay, well, you know my name. What's your name?
I don't give that out.
No,
It's against my policy. It's against my policy to give out my name.
Your policy?
Identify yourself since you want to go hands-on.
I'm Sergeant Wild. What is your name?
What's your name and badge number, ma'am?
I'm asking you a question.
What's your name and badge number? Are you not going to identify yourself?
I am. You need to identify
E-hands?
yourself.
What's your badge number, E-hands? Okay, be respectful.
You want to step out?
What? And if I do, I'm not going to. Where's your badge number and your name? I said I want your badge number, asshole.
Welcome back to CT3, Best ID Refusals. We break down the best ways to refuse unlawful ID requests and expose police overreach so you know exactly how to handle yourself when cops push past your rights. Stay sharp and stand your ground.
What's going on?
Not much. How you doing?
I'm asking you, what are you doing?
Filming.
Filming what? Where's your press credentials?
Really?
Really?
I had a great interaction with Paul.
Then how come I know nothing about this?
About filming in public?
You're filming people's private business.
In public.
That's pretty shitty, honestly.
You're entitled to your opinion.
No, that's not an opinion, that's fact.
Okay.
What's your name?
I don't have to give you my name.
What is your name?
I don't have to give you my name.
Really?
Yeah.
How about you not insert yourself in other people's business?
I'm not. You inserted me into this.
No, you inserted yourself.
How did I insert myself by standing in a public area filming matters
You're
of
on
public?
private property right now.
This is an easement, sir.
And this is not easement. You're on private property.
Do you want to arrest me for trespassing?
I want you to leave and
go
find
where?
something better to do with your life, because that's sad.
You want a complaint?
Do I want to complain?
Yeah, keep going down this road. You're going to get a
Go
complaint.
ahead. Here's my card. You can make a complaint.
I will. I'll call Paul.
Good, call Paul. Because what you're doing is bullshit.
So glad you ruined your whole interaction.
I'm a cop, and you will respect my authority.
So here we have an assistant police chief that believes a citizen needs press credentials to video things in public. Not only that, he said you're filming people's private business as if he was just hired yesterday and has no knowledge of the law. And then he proceeds to give his personal opinion on what Minnesota News Now should be doing in his life. Well, I hope this assistant police chief, Sean Brown, watches this video and reads the comments to see what people think about what he should be doing in his life. I know one thing. With the attitude like that and the lack of knowledge that he withholds, makes him look foolish and uneducated to the public, and these clips last a lifetime. He should try learning the basics of his job, because I know some rookies that at least know you don't need press credentials, and it's not against the law to film a private business. One day I hope the training of the ones that's in charge of training will be retrained. Let that sink in.
What do you need?
I need your driver's license.
No, I'm not. I didn't commit any crimes. I didn't commit a crime.
You were flicking me off.
So that's freedom of speech, asshole.
Yeah.
That's the First Amendment. That's not against the law.
Yeah, and it's road rage right there.
That's not road rage.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, you were getting upset.
Okay, get a
over
supervisor then.
there. Yeah, you were getting upset over there.
I did get upset because you almost sideswiped me, you dumb.
Yeah, I didn't almost swipe.
You did. You cut me off.
I accelerated.
Exactly, and you almost hit me.
No.
So get a supervisor. I want a supervisor.
Are you gonna get your driver's license out for me?
I will when you get a supervisor out here.
I'm not getting a supervisor.
Yes, you will, because your driving was what instigated this.
No, it's not.
Yes, it was.
I accelerated over for you.
Nope.
You just gonna put your family in danger over here for you?
You put my family in danger when you almost sideswiped me.
No, I didn't.
What's your name and badge number?
I don't need to give it to you.
Okay. Then I don't have to give you mine.
Okay. You want to step out and tell me what you were training over there?
What was I doing?
Yeah, you were over there flicking me off.
That's freedom of speech.
Yeah, but you want to do it in front of my face?
So?
You want to step out of the car and do that?
No, fuck you. I'm not stepping out of nowhere. Get your supervisor.
That's why.
Fuck you. You're the you can't even give me your goddamn badge number or your ID.
You want to step out?
What? And if I do, I'm not going to. Where's your badge number and your name? I said I want your badge number, asshole.
It comes out. Hey, calm down. Calm down.
Yeah, you want to start cursing on your front of your phone?
So, you stupid ass little punk.
When a law enforcement officer stops a vehicle, it should be for legitimate reasons related to public safety or potential violations of traffic laws. Stopping the vehicle solely because the driver expressed a gesture like the middle finger is not a valid or professional reason. It's considered a violation of the driver's First Amendment rights to free speech and expression. Law enforcement officers have the duty to uphold the law and protect citizens' rights, not use their authority to retaliate against individuals expressing their opinions, even if it's the bird. Such actions can lead to legal consequences, including lawsuits against the officer and the department, and further damage the public's trust in law enforcement. In essence, this clip displays unprofessional law enforcement because it reflects a misuse of power and failure to respect citizens' constitutional rights, which officers are sworn to uphold and protect. Professional law enforcement means adhering to the law and treating all individuals with respect, regardless of their free speech or expressions.
Need any help today, officer? Appreciate it, though. What's your name, Officer Crow?
Officer Crow.
Crow, okay.
Crow like bird. Can I help you, sir?
Need any help today? Appreciate it,
Back
though.
here filming, that's a little odd thing to be doing.
It's not really odd.
Well, you're walking up to car windows and filming in the cars, the squad cars. Is there a reason why you're doing this?
Yeah, I'm documenting today.
For
Gathering content for a story. What's your name? What's your badge number, officer?
180, right there.
180? And yours, officer?
I'm Officer Raleigh. Badge number is 189.
189. And you, sir?
190.
190. Officer?
Sergeant.
Sergeant. I don't want to mispronounce your name.
Accomando.
Accomando. Appreciate it. Like I said, yeah, I'm just gathering content, disseminate the information to the public. I'm an independent journalist. That's it. So.
All right, we can do it somewhere else out of our lot. Okay.
Secure
This is a secure parking lot.
Is
You
it?
have to leave it. Yeah, it says that right outside. It says police personnel.
I didn't see any.
You're gonna have to exit.
I didn't see any signs, Sergeant.
Well, you can go outside that gate and look.
This one right here or this one? Because I came in this way.
You go either way you want. This is a secure lot.
So I can't be back here.
No, sir, you cannot.
Well, I mean, respectfully, Sergeant, if it doesn't say that I can't be back here, then I'm gonna continue what I'm doing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you need to exit this.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, respectfully, if it says I can,
Respectfully, I appreciate that.
yeah, if it says I can, I understand what you're saying, but if it says I can, then I'm gonna continue.
All right. Continue on the other side of the gate. All right.
Okay, well, how do I get in?
Around the building.
Okay.
To the front door. Thank you.
Okay. We're definitely gonna file some complaints on that officer. Definitely, for sure.
Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, is there a lieutenant I can speak with?
A lieutenant?
Yeah.
Let me see. I get you. Would a sergeant work?
Nah, you know what? Maybe another sergeant other than the young man that I just had an encounter with in the parking lot. So I can't really remember his last name. It was kind of difficult to pronounce. So, I mean, a sergeant could work as long as it's not that one.
Okay, let me see who I can have back there.
Appreciate it.
No problem. Your name, sir?
James.
James?
Yep.
All right.
Chief, how are you?
How are you?
Good. What's going on?
The situation is, okay, I had an encounter with about just four of you guys as officers out here in the lot here.
I am aware.
Oh, okay. Well, all I was doing was just, like I conveyed to those young men that I was documenting. Mm-hmm. I'm an independent journalist, and I was gathering content for a story. That's all I was doing. Nothing nefarious, don't have any ill intent. The sergeant that came out, I forgot his name, don't know how to pronounce it, but I told him, there you go. I told him where I made point of entry at you guys' back lot. I didn't see any restricted signs. He told me that there was one right behind me. So we started to proceed that way so I can make sure, because if it is a sign they're restricted access, then I don't want to be in an area that's restricted. So when I got there, it wasn't a sign and he closed the gate. And I was conveying to him that if it wasn't a restricted area by statute and laws, then I have a right to be there to do it because it's public property.
Sure.
But he closed the gate on me, and I wanted to come in and be able to have a dialogue with you and put you on notice of what actually occurred. So,
well, luckily too, they all have body-worn cameras, so
for sure,
as much as you're recording, they are recording as well.
That's great.
I'll be able to review the materials, and if anything occurred that was incorrect, I'll correct it.
Okay, for sure.
I mean, I know one of your big purposes is you want to show these kind of things, right? You want the freedom of information.
That's absolutely correct.
Shared with the community and the public. So I get it.
That's all I'm here to do today. Like I said, I don't have any type of ill intent. I even conveyed that to those fine young officers, and they obviously wasn't interested. So I checked on this gate here. Like I say, this one past here right here, it has no signs. The one back there, I didn't see a sign in terms of restriction. Now, I do see a sign on where I came in saying police and employees vehicles only. So I do see that, but there's no other signs at this point where he told me to exit. And he closed the gate on me. So I just wanted to be able to put you, what's your name, Chief?
Deputy Brandt.
Deputy Chief Brandt. And your badge number?
163.
163. I just wanted to be able to put you on notice. Obviously, they have already conveyed it to you. But I'm, like I said, if I'm able to go back out there and document and gather my content unmolested, that'd be great, and we'd be good to go.
Well, you're able to go anywhere where the public can go, and you know that, right?
That's absolutely correct. That's why I would think so, but my rights were just sort of kind of infringed on, for lack of a better term, by the sergeant.
Well, the only concern that I have is obviously it's a moving parking lot with squad vehicles and other employee vehicles going around. Okay. I don't want you getting hit, and I don't want you impeding traffic when they're doing their thing.
Oh, you know what? I've been
that's all I'm worried about.
I've been around a long time, Deputy Chief. You can rest assured, if I see any cars coming through, especially in the parking lot, it'd be 3 to 5 miles per hour. I'll make sure to get out their way.
Just be safe.
For sure, I will, Deputy Chief. Definitely will.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks a lot.
Have a good one.
Man, you too.
Bye-bye.
Yep. And we'll be good to go. So, I think that was one of the officers there? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, now they're leaving. So the deputy chief probably told him, leave that guy alone. So, it's crazy, man. So, good to go. That's the man right there. Hey, everybody give it up for Deputy Chief Brandt. That's the man right there, man. Fine patriot, man. Thanks for honoring your oath, Chief. Like I said, if any cars get too out, crazy, I'll make sure I get out of the officer's way. We're not here to... Yeah, we get out of all of that guys' way. So, yeah. Appreciate that, Deputy.
I'm here to make sure you got exactly what you need.
I appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
All righty. Have a great day.
You too. I'm going to get a couple more shots and I'm out of here.
All right, sir.
Yep.
Have a great day.
You too.
Wow, Tyrant Terminator audit style actually reminds me of a Long Island audit style. Respectful, calm, cool, and gets the job done. Conducting business in this manner, you can do a lot of educating because it prevents law enforcement officers from escalating their egos. Hopefully the deputy chief actually talks to the uneducated sergeant here. This clip is proof that these cops will look at you right in your eyes with their eyes hiding behind their shades and lie to you. Cops like this sergeant has no ethical morals and will do whatever he has to do to get his job done, and that includes violating your rights. This smooth auditor proved that it's okay to lose the battle for the time being, but make sure you follow the necessary steps to win the war. And that's exactly what happened here. And it's a great thing to see because I've seen clips where auditors would just leave and that would be the end of the video. And that's not why we're out here. We're out here to educate and actually to make a change. So we must always follow up with complaints to ensure something is done about the situation. Let's continue.
How you doing, sir?
All right, how you doing today?
May I ask why you're filming?
I just feel like it.
You just feel like it?
Yes, sir. Trying to find anything interesting going on. Can I ask you the name and badge number?
Talia Mitchell 5544.
5544?
So why are you filming the petroleum? So we got a call.
Okay.
That's why I'm out with you.
All right.
People are concerned about you filming the petroleum.
Just seeing what I can find interesting to report on, You never know when you're going to get that video that's going to make you a lot of money.
Report to who?
Anywhere. I might sell it to a news agency if something interesting happens. You never know. Some of them news agencies pay pretty good.
Okay, well, you know my name. What's your name?
I don't give that out.
No,
It's against my policy. It's against my policy to give out my name.
Your policy? Who do you work for?
Me?
You work for you?
Yeah, sir.
I'm not a sir.
Okay.
So,
All right.
you don't want to give me your name?
No,
Why not?
because I don't want to. I don't like giving out my name. Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
Oh, this is one of the Second Amendment guys.
Excuse me?
You're one of the Second Amendment guys, aren't you?
Second Amendment?
Yeah. Civil rights guys?
What's your name and badge number?
What's your info?
JP Gunning.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
There you have it. What's yours?
What's your badge number?
P3703.
P3703.
Yeah.
Thank you, because that's your policy.
Yeah, I know.
Is there something wrong with Second Amendment? You don't like the Second Amendment?
I'm not going to have this conversation with you.
Well, you're the one brought it up, though.
No, that's just who you are, though. I've seen your picture on the emails, so.
If you don't want to have the conversation, why'd you bring it up? I'm just curious on that one right there.
Because that's who you are, right?
You see my picture as a Second Amendment person, huh?
Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I find that very interesting. On an email. An official email. Do you remember what it says? Because I'm going to FOIA that and see what it says, because I'd like to know.
That's our personal knowledge.
Okay. Yeah, but it's public record if it's in an email, official email.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see about getting that one.
Okay.
City of Charlotte's usually pretty good about giving out FOIA requests. They answer them pretty good.
Real quick. So you're telling me that Brand Example News had his picture taken from another auditor incident, and it was sent in a company-wide email saying, watch out for this Second Amendment guy, like he's a terrorist looking to do harm to someone. This is a perfect example on why you don't hand over your ID when a cop requests it. To be honest, this is most likely going to happen to your volunteer information. But I'm glad to hear that Brand Example News say he's going to FOIA that email. If you're not familiar with the FOIA, that's an acronym for Freedom of Information Act. As you can see on the screen, the Freedom of Information Act is the U.S. federal Freedom of Information law that requires the full or partial disclosure of previously unreleased or uncirculated information and documents controlled by the United States government, state, or other public authority upon request. So remember, this is your right to obtain certain information that they try to hide from us, that is public knowledge.
City of Charlotte's usually pretty good about giving out FOIA requests. They answer them pretty good.
So actually, I do have a question for you.
Okay, question. I might answer it, I might not. You never know.
Why?
Why what?
Why do you do this?
Why not?
Knowing that we have sergeants that look at our body camera and would report any violation to our internal affairs office, why do you feel the need to come out and police the police?
You never know. You know, sometimes they attack you.
Now,
so if you got the email about me...
I've been doing this over 20 years, and I've never attacked somebody.
But if you got an email about me, me personally, you know I was attacked.
No, it doesn't give us that kind of information.
But I will grant it, it was not Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police that did it.
Okay. I'm willing to listen real quick.
It was G4S that did it.
Down at the transit center?
See, if you know me, you know what happened then.
Actually, but you know how many emails I see in a day? So fill me in. G4S attacked you at our transit center?
Yeah, we'll see. It's all, I got to keep all that in under wraps because there's going to be a big court case about that. Really big one.
Okay. Do I have to wait?
I'm going to do a report on that.
I don't watch the news that much, so.
I'm going to do a report on that.
Can you just fill me in,
and
sir?
all of it will be on a report.
But
and
really,
when I do the report, I'm sending it to Charlotte City.
Okay.
Because I've already got G4S's contract, and they breached the contract several times. So, and their contract ends in October, and then they've got city has an option of renewing it for a year. I'm gonna see about stopping that renewal. That's my plan now since I was attacked by him.
But see what you're causing?
Nope, I'm not causing that.
Watch what you're causing.
You see that right there?
I'm parked here because I'm talking to you.
You see where she parked?
Yeah.
She's out of the way.
No.
You parked in the way. I've stood here and watched several trucks come out here. I'm not causing this. No, that's projection. That is projection. There's plenty of places for you to park where they could have got through, but you refused to do that. You'd rather park in the way.
If you weren't here doing this, we wouldn't be out here.
She didn't park in the way. She did not park in the way. You parked in the way. You caused it, not me.
You did.
No.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
That's projection. That is pure projection. Your projection, your flaws on me.
My response.
That is your flaw that you parked in that driveway when there's all kinds of other ways to park.
Sir, it's not a flaw.
It is a flaw.
I have a question.
But anyway.
Question.
Did you come out here to start filming because you knew we were going to get a call on you?
Nope, I was hoping you wouldn't call. Nobody would call. I was hoping nobody would call. Is what I was hoping for. It's exactly what I was hoping for. Now, have I done anything illegal? Have I broken any laws? Okay, so no. So it wasn't me. So it wasn't me that caused it because I broke no laws. I did nothing wrong. Did I do anything wrong? Did I do anything illegal? Did I break any laws? And he could have parked anywhere else except for right there.
First, let's acknowledge the fact that this cop has been with the department for over 20 years, but still doesn't have any stripes. Still responding to calls for a citizen filming on the side of the road. Oh, and let me answer your question on why do you feel the need to police the police? Maybe because police lie, arrest, beat, and pew citizens for victimless crimes that most likely are escalated by the police. So that's why we need to police the police. Also, the fact that the cop stated that Brand Example News was the reason for the traffic backup is one of the major issues we have between law enforcement and citizens. Most cops' thinking process doesn't add up to the level of our community needs to trust them with the badge, gun, and the authority they have. But before we go, let's watch this clip back.
Okay, well, you know my name. What's your name?
I don't give that out.
No,
it's against my policy. It's against my policy to give out my name.
Your policy? Who do you work for?
Me?
In my opinion, this reply should be used more often. I loved it. The cop said, "You know my name, so what's your name?" Brand Example News had the best comeback ever. He said, "I don't give that out, it's against my policy." To me, that sounds professional, as if he's actually working for a company and that is their actual policy.
You can stay right there, that's fine. You don't need to approach me.
Excuse me?
You can stay right there.
I don't need to approach you?
No, you can stay right back there. You can walk back that way.
Ma'am.
You can walk back that way.
Yeah.
Keep walking back that way.
Can you de-escalate a little bit? Because I feel like you're trying to just exert your authority over me and I don't like it.
I'm not. I'm speaking to you in my normal voice.
You have no authority over me. Okay?
Actually, I do.
I'm in a public building. I'm conducting lawful business.
To leave.
I'm conducting lawful business. No, they didn't. That's a lie.
Yes, they did.
They did not ask me to leave.
They asked you to leave and they said that you were no longer allowed to be here.
I'm conducting business.
So therefore, you need to leave the location.
I'm conducting business. I'm doing a Freedom of Information Act request.
They asked you to leave.
So you're saying, can I get a supervisor here?
Right here.
Right there.
Hi. I'm conducting lawful business. I'm an independent journalist, exercising my freedom of press right.
Okay.
It's a right, not a privilege. Freedom of press. This is a public building. You guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 officers here, 6 including yourself, Sergeant.
Okay.
It's completely uncalled for. I'm trying to conduct business.
Okay. What is your business? What are you trying to do?
I'm doing a Freedom of Information request, which is a law.
Okay.
And I'm also gathering content for a story.
Okay. Well, right now, we were called here by the people who work in this office building.
Okay.
They are concerned for their safety and their well-being, that there is somebody in here. They've asked you to step out and to leave and to stop video.
They did not. I have it on camera. They did not ask me to leave.
Okay. Well, that's what they're relaying to us.
Okay,
so
that's a lie.
That's why we are here right now. I'm not going to dispute truth or fact right now. I'm going to tell you that is why we're here right now. We are going to conduct our investigation.
That's fine.
Okay,
conduct whatever investigation you like.
For your ID, because we do need to know who we're speaking with right now.
You're gonna ask for my ID.
Yes, I am.
So in order
of our investigation.
Okay. In order for me, I just want to I listen to you, so I'd ask you just listen to me. I don't need to assist you in your investigation. I don't work for the police department. I don't want to assist you in your investigation into me for whatever reason. Do you have a crime that you suspect me of committing? Do you have reasonable, articulable suspicion?
On an investigation of a complaint, yes.
Do you have reasonable, articulable suspicion I've committed a crime?
We're not saying that you committed a crime. We are here to investigate a complaint right now.
So if you haven't, if you're saying that I haven't committed a crime, then I don't have to provide you my ID lawfully, so I'm not going to.
Okay, then I'm going to ask you to step out of this building and to leave this building.
I'm conducting business, ma'am.
Okay, at this point you were asked that you were not allowed welcome here anymore, and we were going to ask you to leave.
But you can't stop somebody from recording. You can't stop somebody from gathering.
I never asked you to stop recording. That is not what I've asked you to do. I asked
You're asking me to leave a public building,
yes,
ma'am.
you are no
Can I get your name?
In this building. My name is Sergeant Mayer.
Sergeant Mayer, and your badge number?
Yes, 456.
456. And are you telling me that if I don't leave this building, you're going to arrest me?
I'm telling you right now that you're going to leave this building. Yes.
No, but I just want to know.
I'm not going to argue with you back and forth. Let's step outside.
Are you an attorney, sir?
This is actually our
I'm
house
the town
right
supervisor.
Here.
I am an attorney, but I'm not here in that capacity.
Okay.
I just walked down the hall.
Sir,
saw
maybe
happening.
I can speak to you and we can come to a better understanding here.
Well, I'm not going to speak to you while you're filming me. You're free to film me, but I'm not going to have a discussion on camera with you.
I'm an independent journalist. Yeah,
That's
but you're
wonderful.
violating but your officers, you're the supervisor, so I just want to let you know, you're opening yourself up to civil, and you said you're a lawyer, you're opening yourself to civil litigation. All I'm doing is I'm peacefully filming. I'm not bothering anybody. I have to do a FOIL request with the town clerk's office. I have official business here. I'm exercising my constitutional right. That's all I'm doing, peacefully. And you're going to kick me out of a public building?
I'm going to ask you to give me 1 minute.
Okay, great. No problem. You guys really don't have nothing better to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 officers for one man with a camera. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not nefarious. I don't have any ill intent here. I don't understand. What's the big deal? Somebody can't film? You have cameras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cameras all over this building. What's the difference? I don't understand. Seems like a big waste of resources for your city here. Really does. Really does. Can I get your name and badge number? Since everybody wants to be here. What is it?
Officer Winter, like the season.
Okay. Can I get your name and badge number?
Right here, boss.
Right here? Is that RIGHT?
Right here.
Oh, okay. Simpson, 524? Hi.
You don't need to step over there.
You can stay
Excuse
right
me?
here, though. You are staying right here.
Am I being detained?
You are being asked to stay here for our investigation.
Am I being detained?
You are temporarily being detained as,
Okay.
as we commit our investigation.
Unlawful detainment.
You can call it how you...
It is an unlawful. You have to learn the law. If you're going to uphold the law, you took an oath to the Constitution. Freedom of press is part of the Constitution. You have to, if you're going to uphold it, you have to learn it. This is an illegal detainment. You can't detain me unless you suspect that I'm committing a crime. This is all things you should have learned in the academy. And as a supervisor, I think that's, you should really know. You cannot detain somebody legally without you having suspected me of committing a crime. This is ridiculous.
We're good, guys. We're good.
Thank you. Can I get your name, sir? Can I get your
Dolan.
Lieutenant Dolan? Thank you, Lieutenant. You guys are dismissed. Please don't detain me unlawfully anymore.
No one's detaining you.
No.
If he's not doing anything illegal or dangerous or disruptive,
Exactly.
that's fine with me.
It's my right to be in this building.
As long as he
This is a taxpayer's
follows the
building.
rules, then...
This is the taxpayer's building.
But thank you very much.
And by the way, she did detain me. Just so you know. Just so you know, it's on camera. She did detain me.
Well, I'm not gonna
So that's an
debate.
unlawful detainment.
I'm not debating with you. But
Okay.
That's all there is.
Great. Take care, guys. This is the biggest walk of shame I've ever seen. Completely insane, uncalled for. Sir, you're a lieutenant, right? Sir, I would like to talk to you about a complaint I want to make against the sergeant. She unlawfully detained me
Want to
without.
go to the front of the lobby? Go in the front lobby of the police station. I'll entertain that complaint for you. Okay?
You'll entertain the
Yep.
complaint in the lobby. Okay,
Of course.
I'll be over there. And your name was again, so I can know who I asked for?
Dolan, Lieutenant Dolan.
Lieutenant Dolan. I'll be over there shortly after I conduct my business. Thank you, Lieutenant.
This clip shows why Long Island Audit has grown to be one of the best auditors on land. This was so great to watch and is a perfect example on why closed mouths don't get fed. All of these cops were ready to go hands-on and violate Long Island Audit's rights. But luckily the town supervisor/attorney was right there, and Sean put him on notice that he's opening up himself to civil litigation, and that was the Uno reverse card. It changed everything. It's sad that we have law enforcement officers that are trained to break the oath that they swore to, which is to uphold the Constitution. Even the sergeant here was more ready than any of them to violate some rights. I hope all of these officers are reprimanded and held accountable for their actions, and Sean is the king of making sure of that. For the new auditors coming on the scene, please take notes from Long Island Audit, because this is the way you should approach auditing to ensure we're educating in the proper way. And that's no disrespect to any other auditors out there. With that said, I do enjoy all the styles of auditing, as long as they're out to educate, hold our public officials accountable, and show transparency. And those are all the channels I feature on this channel. So respect to all of you guys that's out risking your freedom. So get ready for the next clip, because we have a new auditor that's approaching that upper echelon level also. Let's continue.
Hey guys, can I help you?
Can I help you?
Yeah, I just need you to get on this other side.
Why?
Because this is all closed off. We don't want any traffic. There's a crime scene. Yeah, I want you back that way, not past this car. Okay, do you see I've got crime scene tape all back there, all over there? We're not letting traffic come through. I need you to get back.
No.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you get your yellow tape on and you want to put it across this is a public sidewalk, right?
I need you to step back. We don't want anybody back here.
Oh, so
we're not letting cars through here.
Show me where. Show me where you want me to
Okay, I would like you to go, sir. I need you back there.
What's your name and badge number?
S Fecto 17641.
Like kind of like trifecta, but fecto. Yeah, that's cool. No, just for the record. So let me ask you. I mean, this is a public sidewalk. I mean, you obviously observed me. These gentlemen see me.
Okay.
I'm a fair member of the media.
I'm not letting anybody go back through.
Well, that's
here.
you. I'll tell you
My
what.
sergeant was just out here.
Show me where your sergeant is.
Sir.
Don't you dare touch me.
I need you to get back. I need you to
Don't
get
you
back
touch
there.
me. Watch out, ma'am. I don't want you to get hurt. Be careful. Ma'am, do me a favor.
Do you want to get arrested? I can take you for obstruction if you want.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
What am I starting?
Marked off.
Would you like me to give it?
We don't want anybody back here, sir.
Okay. Let me ask you.
You're fine to go back over there on that other side.
Okay. Fair enough. Let me ask you a question. Are you cool with me asking me a question?
You can ask me anything.
Do you know what the definition of obstruction is, or do you need me to teach you?
I do.
Obstruction means that I'm standing you in between the person you're trying to deal with.
That's not what obstruction means.
How you doing, ma'am?
That's not what obstruction means.
Thank you. This investigator has no problem. She's respecting my First Amendment constitutionally protected activity. You know what you're doing right now? This is called the Bain Act. You're violating me. Do you know what that is? I'm a member of the media. What you don't understand, in less than 24 hours, you're going to be seen by over 100,000 people for what you're just doing right now.
I'm not doing anything wrong. We're not allowed traffic.
Let me ask you.
This is part of the crime
That's what you're saying. Are you willing to put yellow tape up? Are you putting yellow tape up?
Control 2 Mary 40. Can I have
How you doing? Is there yellow tape? Is this sidewalk or is this private? Well, yeah. If you guys are doing it, that's fair. That's all I was asking. Out of fairness, would you agree? Because I didn't go on it or anything.
Okay, I understand that. So what we're going to do is extend the tape out to just to that sidewalk. So if you guys can move out to that side of the sidewalk, that'd be great.
So was this my presence? I mean, if you don't mind me asking, if you don't mind me just talking to you guys do it.
It's not your presence. There's other tape out there. It's just not secured on this side. So that's what we're going to do.
Are you guys doing it now?
Secure it out here. Do you have some more tape?
I'm not sure if I do or not, but I'm not going to walk over there.
Oh, thank you. Why? What? Well, you have to. By law, you have to. Joseph Lombardo's policy, you have to. And OPR would say, if I sent her this video of you saying that you're too lazy to go do what's required of you by law.
You're putting words in my mouth, sir.
No,
I don't think I ever said I was too lazy.
Well, you know what?
I'm not
I'll tell you what. You don't have to.
Friend over here.
Why? Are you scared?
By herself. That's
why? Well, see, well, hold on. I was by myself. You approached me.
Looks like you have a friend right there.
Oh, really? Okay, and? Am I any threat?
Hey.
How you doing, sir?
Yeah, you're in my crime scene now.
Okay, let's go. How you doing, buddy?
Go.
Hey, how you doing? We were just members of the media.
Did I put my hands on you? I
Yeah.
said to move.
I said don't touch me.
Get out of my crime
Just
scene
go.
now.
Are you?
Get out of my crime scene. You've been told.
I'm walking.
Get out of my crime scene.
I hear you, man. If you could just please move.
Absolutely.
We're trying to be
Of
nice
course,
to you guys,
absolutely. Show me what you folks would like me to stand, please.
We're gonna extend this.
Can I have 6 feet?
We're gonna extend this.
No, you need to get
No?
away from me. There's no.
Where's it
the
at?
mask
Just show me where.
mandate been lifted.
Exactly. Okay, so I can stand this close? Please tell me where you would like me to stop. Right now.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Thank you.
So
This lady, hey.
This is going to be moved from here.
De-escalation, thank you.
Listen, we're just going through a lot right now. We just had a horrible
Shame
scene
on you.
Hey, we had a horrible scene that happened. We're just trying.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, what's your name?
I've already given you my name and badge number.
Is that
You
is
can
that what you
rewind
tell
your
the
video.
judge? Is that what you tell the
rewind
judge?
your video. I've already told
I'll
you
tell
my
you
name
what.
and badge number.
I'll tell you what. I can't wait till you see yourself on YouTube tonight. Shame on you. Shame on you, lady. Shame on you.
Hey guys, I'm gonna extend this out. If you guys could please just have this meeting.
I'm gonna walk over here. Well, why? I'm a little confused. I'll stand right here. Okay, this fine. Okay, well, hold on. Well, I'm sorry. I'm real confused. Where's the tape going? I'm sorry.
Hey, brother, so we're gonna get some tape, man, and we're actually gonna tape off right here.
Okay, so
over to the other meeting. So we're just asking.
Tape is going to go from that
Hold
yellow.
on, though. I'm confused.
I know.
See the tape up there?
No.
Just asking if you could.
Okay.
So then for that, where it's attached to that yellow
Yeah.
pillar,
Okay.
all the way down to this yellow pillar, to this yellow pillar.
Wait. That yellow pillar. Oh, so okay.
And this is one big tape line.
So you're asking me just to stand in the middle of this median?
I wouldn't stand in the middle of the street.
Why? Well, Joseph Lombardo told me that you guys do not stop people for jaywalking, correct? And that's not jaywalking if I'm standing technically on the island, correct?
Person on the roadway, and that still is a misdemeanor crime.
That's not a misdemeanor crime. I'm not in the roadway because I'm on the island. All right, so where would you guys want me to stand?
If you could just please stand on the island, man.
Okay.
Just right behind that yellow line.
Hey,
there.
you're
We're
very
about to
professional,
extend
by
it
the
out.
way. If you don't mind me asking, because this is definitely going on YouTube. What's your name and badge number?
My name is Mazzoni. My badge number is 16888. Hi, everybody.
Hey, God bless you, paisano. Hey, if I can show everybody, Joseph Lombardo. Hey, I'm telling you, this is why we say you're first class. You represent my Italian people really well, brother. God bless you, and out of respect to you, not for her. Where would you like me to go, sir?
If you guys could just go right behind that yellow line there, we're about to extend it out.
My friend, come on. Hey, Officer Mazzoni, you're a good guy. And you too, I want everybody to see. God bless you, Officer Mazzoni.
So this encounter should have lasted about 30 seconds, but instead, this female-turned officer had to escalate the situation. When she stated this was a crime scene, Vegas Valley community stated, well, get the yellow tape. She refused to do so, and that's what escalated the situation. That's why it's important for officers to have a de-escalating demeanor, sort of like Officer Mazzoni. And here's a few reasons why. It helps build a rapport. When citizens feel like they've been treated with respect, they're more likely to cooperate with the police, which can help calm the situation, which is especially important when tensions are high at a pretty bad crime scene. And it also sets a good example when a cop sees another officer treating a citizen with respect. So if it's someone important out there listening, let's focus training more on de-escalation instead of learning tactics on how to intimidate and harass the community. Let's continue.
They got no reason to pull us over.
Hey, is there a problem?
Yeah, this deputy pulled you over. Explain it to you. You got your license, registration, proof of insurance.
What'd you pull us over for?
Hey, bud, I got a question. Are you the one that said losers out the window as you drove by?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, yeah, that was definitely you. And that is loud and boisterous conduct upon a public roadway. That's public disorderly conduct.
Here's my license.
So that's what you pulled us over for, is you thought you heard somebody say something?
Ask that one over there. Mister, I don't answer questions.
Hey, listen here, you idiot. You work for us. You're a public servant. You're supposed to be professional, not me. I don't have a code of conduct to go by. You do.
Okay.
Name and badge number?
We don't have badge numbers, bud.
Yeah, that's a lie. What's your name and badge number?
We don't have badge numbers. But would you like my computer number?
Why did he give me a number and you can't?
Because he gave you his computer number, bud. It's 14-0.
You need to calm down. You need to calm down and go learn about some professionalism.
Okay.
You're going to hear from my lawyer.
I can't wait.
This is an illegal stop. You have to witness a traffic violation or suspect us of a crime.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you like to hear the traffic violation?
Yes, actually, I would.
Yeah, because we wasn't speeding. We don't have any lights out. Didn't do anything wrong. This is a retaliatory stop for something that you thought you heard.
No, by the way, lights are required 1 hour before dusk. Just FYI.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. This is going to be great. Why don't you get your supervisor over here?
I'm not required to. You can ask for one.
Well, I'm asking for one. That's what I just did.
Okay, yeah, you can ask for one.
Yeah, I'm asking for a supervisor. Matter of fact, get Lieutenant Cawthorn out here.
619-220 on the grounds. Yeah, who?
Lieutenant Cawthorn.
I don't work for Lieutenant Cawthorn.
Yes, you do. You work for the sheriff's office. He is your supervisor. Get him out here.
He's not my supervisor.
Okay. You're going to learn soon.
Okay.
So are you not going to get a supervisor out here?
Yeah, it's all up to date. I just am a little frazzle-dazzled. There.
Or you're not getting a supervisor out here?
I'm not.
Okay, cool. Brooks.
Okay. Will you do me a favor? You just step out of the vehicle so I explain this to you?
No. Can you not explain
You
to...
gotta get out. If he has to get out of the car, you just
really? And explain what?
No court, no fine. I just want to speak to you.
Can you
Don't answer any questions. Yeah, I want to be present with the conversation.
I need him to be present for me. Will you come talk to me here?
Are you going?
I would like...
I would like to explain the citation that I'm issuing to you, not him. So if you would do me a favor, you would step from my vehicle. So I stopped you for 2 reasons.
Okay.
First reason is when you came on the 28, you didn't signal 100 feet prior to turning on the 28. Your breaker has to be initiated before 100 feet before you turn on the 28.
Okay.
So I put you over for that. And when he's hanging out of the window, those can be misconstrued as arm signals, otherwise known as turn signals. When he's holding the bird out, if somebody else construes that as you turning and you don't turn, somebody pulls out in front of you and hits you.
Okay.
Is that fair?
No, I don't agree with it, but I see where you're coming from.
This is going in as a contact only. There's no court. There's no fine.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Here's all of your information back.
Thank you.
Here's warning.
Thank you.
Drive safe.
All right. Oh, can he get your card?
We don't have cards.
Write your information down. Hey.
You're not going to write your information down on your contact information.
I don't have.
You're a public servant. Write your information down.
Would you like to go obtain a copy of the general orders at the sheriff's office? I'm not required to give you a
I don't have to do anything. You work for me. I don't work for you.
Got it recorded right there.
Okay.
Wait to see it on YouTube. Have a good day, bud.
Do you have a card, bud?
I do not. We're not issuing cards to the sheriff's.
Can you write your name and information down? I appreciate you not being hostile. I don't appreciate that.
My name is on the citation.
Okay.
If you have any issues, you can call. And that call for service number that's assigned to this stop will have these numbers in.
Thanks.
Wow, this deputy easily let his ego take over this encounter. It's crucial for law enforcement officers to not let their personal feelings or ego interfere with the proper execution of their job. This officer's actions were pure retaliation. Retaliating against individuals for expressing their opinions is not a lawful response. Law enforcement officers are bound by the law and the Constitution, and they should not abuse their authority or use it for personal vendettas. Officers' retaliation can lead to legal consequences and damage the reputation of both the officer and the police department if they're not already. De-escalation should be a key component of modern policing. Officers' training should focus on diffusing tense situations and minimize confrontations. Letting ego drive their actions can escalate conflicts and make situations much more dangerous for everyone involved. If an officer's actions are found to be driven by ego or retaliation rather than a legitimate law enforcement purpose, they should face mandatory disciplinary action and legal consequences. I'm sure that will put a stop to clips like we just saw here. Let's continue.
At the moment, they said they do have an issue with you being on their property.
I'm not.
I'm sorry?
I'm not on their property.
This is public easement, 32.5 feet from the center line. I already checked the GIS map.
On their property, then we can check the survey too.
Go ahead and check it. If you can show me on the survey after I've looked at it. I'm listening. No, you're making it complicated.
You're making it complicated.
I'm on public property. I'm listening. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Right now, they're saying they don't want you on your property. Okay. Don't go back on DOT's property. That'll make it so much easier. And they don't have a problem. But if they keep pushing this, we'll get the surveys out. We'll see what the property line is, and then we'll take it from there. But all I'm asking you nicely is to stay with your truck.
So if you're asking me, so I politely declined to go on that side of the street because I have the right to be on either side of the street. There's no sidewalk, so there's a public easement. Am I correct? Yes. No, I'm asking you a question. I don't want to go over there because I can't get my shot from over there, so I'm right here. This is where I was before. I was here before you got here. I was here before you got here.
Yeah, I know. And then you went back over there and
right.
You're still getting your shot.
Don't own everything to the street.
You understand what we're doing right now, though?
All right.
We're causing a scene out.
No, you're causing a scene. Can I get a supervisor? We'll make this easier then. Thank you.
They caused it.
So I'm not going to plus stubborn. I'm not going to, stick my guns or anything. I'll admit when I'm wrong. It is 33 feet. We got a definite answer from DOT. It is 33 feet from the center line that is public easement, so you guys are well within your rights.
So the clip ended right there. I wish we could have got that walk of shame. But however, this was an awesome clip. Now DOT, the Department of Transportation in every state, has set guidelines for how many feet from the center of the roadway to what's considered public easement. This easement is a strip of land that is owned by the government, but it's open to the public for use. The width of the easement varies from state to state, but it's typically between 15 and 30 feet. If law enforcement officers try to kick you off a public easement, it can violate your civil rights. The First Amendment to the United States Constitution guarantees the right to freedom of assembly, which includes the right to peacefully assemble on public property. This means that the police cannot order you to leave a public easement. In order for the cops to remove you from a public easement, the police must have a valid reason. For example, they may be able to remove you if you're blocking traffic or if you're engaging in illegal activity. If you are ever asked by the police to leave public easement, you should decline that request and put them on notice that you're on a public easement. Always do your research with GIS surveys. You can always find a good hunting app in the App Store that will provide the GIS surveys, which includes property lines. But these 3 clips should prove that you should never listen to unlawful orders, and you should challenge it if you know it's unlawful. These clips also show that you may have to take a different approach to challenging it, but the worst thing you could do is give these tyrants the belief that their unlawful orders holds weight.
What's going on?
Big hands out of your pocket.
Hey, come here, talk to me.
Don't approach me. Don't approach me. Don't approach me.
Put your hands up on the car.
I haven't broken the law, exercising my rights in public. You have no right to touch me.
Okay, yes, I do. I'm patting
you down the weapon.
This officer violating my rights?
No, I'm not.
Yes, he is.
Okay, hang on. Hang on. What's going on
What's
with
your
you?
name and badge number, ma'am? Identify yourself since you want to go hands on.
I'm Sergeant Wild. What is your name?
What's your name and badge number, ma'am?
I'm asking you a question.
What's your name and badge number? Are you not going to identify yourself?
I am. You need to identify
E-hands?
yourself.
What's your badge number, E-hands? Okay, be respectful.
What is your name? You got an ID on you?
Am I being detained for a crime?
We're investigating. We got called on you, okay?
How about you guys disperse and get up out of here?
Okay.
Why would we do that?
Because you have no reason to be here.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We got a call on you.
Around the sheriff's office here, okay? We got a complaint to find out what's going on. I come up to talk to you, and you take off running. So yes, that's very suspicious.
Not illegal.
I didn't say it was illegal. I said it was suspicious. And I try to talk to you, and you won't talk to me. So tell me what's going on.
Right now, what I need you to do is get from behind me and go back into your vehicle.
I don't have to do that.
Well, I'm gonna go and walk away then.
Then walk away. How about that? Walk away.
How about that? Huh?
Go on.
I don't have to.
Go on.
I actually can stay here if I want.
You're actually in the roadway, so.
Because you put me against the car.
Oh, no, we didn't. You stepped over here towards me.
He did not move me. He didn't move me.
Okay, how about you get out of the roadway
I'll
and get
out
on
the
the
roadway.
sidewalk?
I'll definitely get out the roadway. Not an issue there. But y'all pushed me against the car.
Okay, keep moving.
I don't have to keep moving. I haven't broken the law.
Do what?
I haven't broken the law. Ma'am, do yourself a favor. Go back in your patrol car.
You're not telling me what to do.
I am telling you what to do.
Yeah.
Because
Well, good thing we don't have to listen to you, right?
I mean, you're wasting tax dollars, so.
On you, you're right.
That's your fault. You chose to be here.
No, we didn't. We got called.
I was minding my own.
Somebody thought it was very suspicious that you were hanging around the sheriff's office over here.
Which is funded by our tax dollars, right?
Oh, do you pay taxes?
Oh, I sure do.
Oh,
I pay a lot more than you think, too.
Oh, I'm sure.
I pay a lot more taxes than you think.
I'm sure you do.
E-hands, do yourself a favor. Go back in your car
You're not gonna tell me when I can leave and when I can't leave.
Actually, I'm going to tell you when you can leave.
Well, guess what? I don't have to listen to you.
Well, I guess we're going to be here all day then, huh? I got nothing but... I don't care either.
Are you intoxicated? You sound like you're intoxicated or
are you making false
substances.
Are you making false accusations?
Asking you.
Are you making false allegations?
I'm asking you. Are you answering or not?
Nothing wrong with exercising your First Amendment rights in public. You guys came to me, bro. I was minding.
What's the First Amendment?
Freedom of press.
Okay, what are you...
Right now I'm recording you guys.
And for? That's good. We're recording you too.
Because you guys are funded by tax dollars.
You're right. Right, and we're doing our job.
Well, how about, since there's no crime happening here, how about you guys disperse?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out.
Well, I've already explained it to you.
We got called on you. You don't need to explain nothing to us.
Don't you want to explain? You're stupid. Get out of my sight now.
Or what?
Well, I can't do nothing to you because I'll go to jail, so get out.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you got that badge.
That's right.
You got that badge. That badge is the only thing that's making you stand here right now. That's
right.
That badge.
I got called here, and I'm doing my job.
Well, now that there's no crime committed, how about get going?
I don't know if there's a crime committed because you will not identify yourself.
I don't have to give my ID to you.
Well, okay. So what is the deal? I asked you if you were intoxicated, and you didn't give me an answer.
I don't answer questions. How about that?
Oh, okay. How about that?
Yep. Well, I got none but time.
Super.
You guys can disperse at any time you want. What's your name and badge number?
It's written right there.
Written right there?
Mm-hmm.
Your name is right here?
Yep.
Can you pronounce it?
Borndam.
Badge number?
222.
Good job. You already identified yourself.
Yeah, I did.
Next time when I ask you for your identification,
we don't have to. Okay, so first of all,
what happened when I ask you for ID, you give it to me, okay?
We don't have to.
How about you quit running your head? Do yourself a favor.
You're funded by tax dollars. It's your obligation to identify yourself. How do I know you're not in person? How do you know you're not fake police officers?
If you think we're impersonating, call the police.
Isn't it?
They'll tell you whether or not we are, right? Good. Yeah,
that's the whole
for that one, were you?
Yeah. That's the whole point of identifying yourself, man. That was you got me there. I can't lie. I guess we're just gonna sit here and do nothing, or what?
No, we're waiting on an answer.
Answer?
Yep, from the sheriff's office. Once we get an answer from the sheriff's office, we're gonna go from there. I
just want to let you know something. You can't trespass from the sheriff's department. It is public property. Funded by tax dollars.
Actually, it's not public property.
Who funds the sheriff's department?
This isn't the sheriff's
department. It doesn't matter who funds it. It's still private property.
It's in Russ, Texas.
Why does it say
like
sheriff's
school,
department?
It's not public property either.
It's still funded by tax dollars. I could be at the prison and it wouldn't matter. It's funded by our tax dollars. So am I being detained for a
You were in prison? What did you
I
say?
said it's like being on a prison property. It's still funded by tax dollars.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you can't be on prison property. Try it and see what happens. Try to get in there.
I've done a lot of things on a prison property.
I'm sure.
Before. I've exercised my rights on a prison property.
Oh,
before.
I'm sure you have.
So, I don't
Absolutely.
know what. Okay, I don't know what you're insinuating, but am I being detained for a crime?
I told you you could leave, so leave.
Okay. So I'm not detained. So
I
you
never
don't
said you were detained.
Okay, I just want to get that clarified. If I'm not detained, then I'm free to stay. I just want
No, if we're waiting on an answer to see if they want you criminally trespassed. If we do, then you're going to be criminally trespassed, and then you will leave the property. If not, you can stay here.
I am
by all means.
I'm on
you can
public.
stand right there too. I don't care where you stand.
So
but if
long,
they want you CT'd, it's not going to be here.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not detained, so you don't get my ID. The best thing you guys can do for yourself is to go back in your car and leave.
Okay.
I'm just being honest.
Cool, I'm glad you think that. I don't know what you think.
Yeah. See, I'm so glad I do these audits.
Yeah, you're doing good.
I'm doing a very good job. Hey, you're gonna be the star of the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. That's a compliment. I like being the star.
Yeah, you say that now.
Star a lot of things.
I guess. Your attitude's a problem, man. That's
So
why.
is yours.
That's why there's a disconnect.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So that's what I'm here for, to test out, to see if you guys respect my rights, and you failed miserably.
Thank you.
You know, the other
You can
police.
put it on my eval.
The other police.
Or you can look up the complaint form and write a complaint too.
I might do that.
Do it.
I might. Just not today. I got better things to do.
Me too.
So, I mean, you can leave.
I will whenever I get an answer.
You seem kind of bored.
I am.
You know,
I'd rather be doing with real crime instead of fake people like this.
Well, you can leave.
Who think they know the law.
I do know the law.
Oh, I'm sure you
I may not know all the laws. That I'll give you.
agree with that.
That I'll give you. But I know enough.
All right, Sheriff said you need to leave the property.
I am on the sidewalk.
Okay, and keep walking.
I am on the sidewalk. This is not their property. How about you disperse, and when you guys leave, I'll leave.
How about you keep running your dumb mouth?
Why you gotta be so mean?
I'm not mean. You're just making a fool out of yourself.
You're calling me dumb.
So let's get something. I want you to understand something, okay?
Yep.
If you go back on the property over here, the sheriff's office property, that's the parking lot, their property, anywhere around there, okay? If we come back and see you there, you'll be arrested and you'll go to jail, okay? So don't do that.
I mean,
sidewalk's okay.
I mean, if you want a lawsuit, go ahead.
It's not about whether we want a lawsuit or
I'm just
not.
saying,
It's about you're being criminally trespassed from that
From
property.
a public facility, man. It's
not a public
So what if I
facility.
need to?
So can you walk in there right now?
Right now it's closed.
Exactly.
That don't mean
That means it's not open to the public right now. So
It is a public facility.
No, it's
It is.
private property. Belongs to the county. That makes it private property.
Nah.
Yes, it does.
Who funds the county?
It doesn't matter who pays for it.
I pay
That has nothing
taxes,
to-
so therefore
yes.
I fund the
And
county.
That has nothing to do with whether it's private property or not. That's what I'm trying to explain to you about the school, Walmart, all these where you go shopping. All these places are private property.
The school is funded by public, but I have no reason to be at a school. I don't test teacher about their rights. I test police about their rights.
Yeah.
And that's all I do, man.
understand that. I understand what you're doing out here.
And if you know I'm not breaking the law, why not just?
Okay, you were on private property. They wanted you to leave. You were suspicious. We came to check you out. You took off running. That's even more suspicious. Instead of just stopping and talking to me like I wanted you to, you decided to make this a bigger deal than what it is.
There's nothing wrong with exercising your rights in public. We all have our styles of doing it.
There's nothing wrong with me doing my job either, right?
I mean, there's a way about going about doing your job.
There is.
You're threatened to arrest me for going back on the sheriff's department.
I didn't threaten to arrest you.
You just said if I go on their property that I'll be arrested.
Yes, because you are being criminally trespassed from that property.
Which is funded by tax
does not
dollars.
want you there.
Well, how about get the sheriff out here?
I don't have to get anybody out here.
Or a deputy sheriff.
I don't have to have a deputy out here. They told us we have the authority to do it, okay? It's within the city limits. Okay?
Whatever you say,
So
bud.
I'm just letting you know, don't go back on the property, okay?
good. So just understand, if you come back on the property, you're going to jail.
You gonna violate my rights?
I'm gonna take you to jail. I promise
You gonna
that.
violate my
I'm
rights?
gonna take you to jail. I promise you that.
That's how we gonna do it. Okay. Okay. Well, you have a good day, okay?
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Don't make it any more difficult than what it already is, okay? Just don't go back.
I've already proven what I need to prove, bro. You guys don't respect the Constitution.
Like Floyd said, everyone has their own style of auditing, and I can respect it. Now, you may be asking, are the cops allowed to search you for their safety like that? They first must have reasonable articulable suspicion that you were involved in the crime. What they performed on News Now Omaha is known as the Terry Frisk, which is also known as a stop and frisk, which is a limited search conducted by law enforcement officers when they have reasonable articulable suspicion that a person may be armed and dangerous or involved in criminal activity. It's based on the Supreme Court case Terry v. Ohio in 1968. So here's how the Terry Frisk works. Before conducting a Terry Frisk, officers must have specific and articulable facts that lead them to believe that a person may be involved in criminal activity or armed and possesses a threat to their safety. The frisk is not a full search of the person and is limited to a pat-down of the outer clothing. Officers are allowed to feel for weapons that may be concealed and pose an immediate danger. The frisk should be brief and focused on the limited goal of ensuring the absence of weapons. Once that is achieved, the search is over. However, the egos of the two female law enforcement officers shows their true superiority over the men and women they are supposed to serve, which is why we have such a divide between law enforcement and the individuals of the public. Let's continue.
I know I can record, and I know I can be right here.
So if this person steps out of here and I have to deal with this, you're in my way, kind of deal? I'm just asking if you just step back another 10 feet, please.
I really don't want to.
Well, I'm asking you to step back.
I know you're asking. You're asking, and I'm politely declining.
You're kind of in the way.
I'm not, bro. I'm cop watching, bro. And you're out in public, bro. I mean, I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I'm cop watching. It's nothing against you.
If I have to deal with these people in here, there's other people in this car.
I'll move. I know how to.
No.
I've made it this far, man.
Okay, I understand that. And
Cool.
I know that you show up all the way. I'm asking you, please.
Bro, I haven't even said a word.
You can be disrespectful to this guy right now.
How am I being disrespectful? He's out in public.
He asked you to step back.
Who did? The dude that got pulled over?
Yes. So, whatever.
I'm here for him.
Disrespectful,
You can make all the statements you want, bro. What's your name and badge number?
It's James Ennis, 17-30.
I politely declined, man. Are they stepping out?
No.
Come on, man.
If I have to deal with that,
I'll move back.
Go through your bike.
Come on, bro. I'll move back. I'm not being disrespectful. You can call it whatever you want to do. He can make privacy, man. It's public. This is public. I'm not. You moved over here. You came over here and said you're going to go through my bike. Listen to that. Listen to the logic, man. Just listen to the logic.
If they step out, then your bike's in the way.
I'll move. I'm pretty observant. I'll move.
We asked you politely. You can be whatever.
I'm not being any way.
We asked you.
I declined politely. And you can't tell me or anybody else I didn't.
Very good man.
Young man?
It's a very good man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not being disrespectful, man. Let's get that straight. He created the privacy he needed. There's no expectation of privacy in public.
I'm not saying that part of it.
Well, you're saying I'm being disrespectful to him for asking.
No, if he has to move on life. He's having the worst day of his life, and then you're gonna blast him all over the Facebook and the internet. That's cool.
Bro, your guys are the ones that pulled him over. Don't talk to me about blasting him all over the place. You're the ones that would be ruining his day. Good God almighty, bro.
The day that law enforcement officers learn to stop giving unlawful directives will be the day they stop embarrassing themselves on camera. Obviously, it was never about getting Razor City observers to back up. This cop was trying to use a tactic from getting the citizen from filming a traffic stop altogether. I was glad RCO pointed out that stupid comment that the cop made about, why are you filming him? This is the worst day of his life. Well, guess what? Why did you pull him over to create his worst day of his life? Common sense, officers. If public photographers filming traffic stops get on cops' nerves so much, why not just do the simple thing and ignore them It's so many videos online that by this point, it seems like the police academy will have someone pretending to be a public photographer and going through the situation with the officers to learn how to deal with these situations in the best manner. Honestly, in my life, when things get on my nerves, I just ignore them. And it works. But once you start giving attention to something you don't like, the energy you respond with is going to be negative because you don't like it. But thinking about what I just said would actually be a miracle. A cop ignoring someone, especially someone that's not breaking the law, holding the camera, recording them. Yeah, right. What was I thinking?
But that's going to do it for this video. Much love to these awesome creators. Again, make sure you use the links in the description to go check out their channels and show them some love. And if you're not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you won't miss the next episode.